Yeah, FBC was sort of where we first sold Touch and Go, where we'd put the Necros and the Fix records out that are now trading for like $3,500 a piece, and they sat there for weeks and months, and we'd go back and there's still 5 copies of each. Darn. And but that was sort of ground zero for record collecting in Lansing. And I mean, I sold all my progressive rock and a lot of hard rock and a lot of stuff, import stuff. Ian Burgess, who went on to be a fairly big producer in Chicago, he was the import buyer at Recordland in the Meridian Mall. And so he knew I was into this stuff, and he would be like, he'd call me up, Tesco, I got the new Guru or some weird German band in. So I'd go down there, and I bought a bunch of that stuff. Of course, when punk hit, it was out with the old, in with the new. So I remember going into FBC with 2-foot stacks of stuff and selling it, and just to raise money to buy more punk. So it was kind of a watershed moment for my record collection. The Bad Brains were 4 black guys from D.C. Now, you don't think about, them being big into punk rock, but if there's any band that epitomizes punk rock, before they sort of became a punk rock / reggae band, it was the Bad Brains. And this is a really pricey record that if you can find it out there, you'll pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. And his song is called Pay to Come. And another of my favorite West Coast bands was the Dills, the Kinman brothers, Chip and Tony. And they had a little combo called the Dills, and this one's called I Hate the Rich.
Got a lot without a hitch.
was easy. It was like shooting ducks in a barrel to make fun of the local radio and New Wave nights at the Rainbow Ranch, when they'd have... Dave reminded me that I made fun of some guy in pink satin pants in one of the warm-up bands at the Rainbow Ranch. I think Cold Cock was the headliner, and I was like, well, even in 1979, who would wear pink satin pants if you're in a band? He was probably whatever. But I love these guys because they just, like Steve Miller from The Fix is this memory like an elephant. He remembers, that show was on April 17th in '82, and the warm-up bands were blah blah blah, and it's like, oh my God, I did not retain all that information. Maybe it's a good thing, but some people did.
Just like living in the past, and we go downtown to do our shopping, and we work in suburbia. Well, I say, hotels, and they got all gushy and wet. Well, I said,
Yeah, humor to me has always been a big part of my life, and I don't know, just when I was growing up, I remember listening to Lenny Bruce and just, all the old Red Fox records and stuff, and thinking how the blues stuff, when I could get it, when I could hear it, was like hilarious. And then when I got older and I could buy my Mothers of Invention and Fugs records, the Fugs to me were a big influence in all of their classic songs like Coca-Cola Douche and I Couldn't Get High, and that was certainly the sort of mindset I was coming from when I did the Meatmen. I thought, well, I'm going to have a punk rock band, but I want it to be funny too. So I'll let history judge whether I was or not, but definitely wanted to have some humor running through it all, and because it's way too serious, and it still is. So that's why the world needs me more than ever. I got to come back and shake things up every few years. So if people still want to see a 50-year-old punk rocker, pretty funny. But I ain't the only one out there. Iggy Pop can still trot out that leather bag of a body and still sound pretty good. So he's got 10 years on me, so that gives me hope for the future.